Hi, welcome to Module 2. In this module, we're going to be looking at short stories, which you can find on your calendar. And under modules, you'll have the Cortázar stories, and the Borges stories from this week are all out of Ficciones. And so you'll be reading one every day. So we're going to rely on some of the information that you found in the Writing About Literature, Chapter 1 and 2, especially about supplying a plot summary and also doing an analysis. So if you're not sure the difference, go ahead and look back at Chapter 2 of Writing About Literature. I'm not going to accept any summaries. You could have a short plot summary, but really this essay assignment is going to be about analysis. And so we're going to practice analyzing short stories. This week Borges, next week Cortázar's, and then you have additional essays that you can choose to write your short story analysis about. Basically any Borges story that we haven't talked about or that you haven't read for class, or any kind of Cortázar story that I've included in the PDF on Cortázar. So we started today with a reading called The Circular Ruin. Very short reading. It shows kind of some background of Borges. He has a very strong philosophical background. It calls into question the nature of dreaming, the nature of reality. You have a short quiz on that essay, which I expect you to submit in the next 24 hours. And then tomorrow we're going to look at an interesting story, Death in the Compass, which is interesting because the setting plays a primary role here. And so you have to understand the setting well to understand the story. And we're going to also read The South, which is one of Borges' most famous short stories. He calls it his very favorite short story. And it's a story in which you really have partial reality and then kind of a fantasy dream. And I'll be posting a video specifically about that short story as we get into it. And The Sword, which is also a wonderful short story by Borges, in which the whole concept of the narrator is played with. So as you read these surrealist stories, I want you to think about how they play with traditional concepts, even with the concepts that are listed in our book of plot, character, action. They try and break the narrative time. They involve elements of dream and fantasy. So they're kind of breaking the tradition of what a short story means, and they involve magic and realism and surrealism. Thank you.